and some messages I feel like that we can all learn at this time, this very vital, crucial time that we're living in this world. Alright, I'm trying to think. The very first dream I had this past few weeks, or a week or so, I had a dream that an angel, a female angel, fell from the sky, and when she landed with power. And it startled me at first, but then when I looked at her, I asked her, is it hot or cold up there? And then she didn't say anything. But she looked like somewhat like a character off of a video game. But she like had some purple, it's really hard because in my dream it looks like wings, but I know she didn't have wings, but like a cape. But I know there was purple in behind her. And then I asked her if she can say hi to my Uncle Eric, because he passed away a few years ago, or not a few years ago, before I was born. And then I asked her, can you say hi for him, because, yeah, anyways, I feel like in that dream, we are living in a very vital time right now in our history where we need to become empowered. And I don't mean sarcastically that, oh, stand in your power, stand in your ground. No, but like even us as women, I feel like even men as well, they need to heal those wounds. They need to heal things that have been locked up inside, and they need to release those things. Like I've been saying for months now, we're transitioning into a bigger dimensional world, and I feel like we are in a new world. I just feel like it's vital important to do what you feel you're called to do. It's important to listen to that thing we call intuition. I just feel like I've been tested in so many areas just these past months, but just recently tested in who I really am and who I really want to be. And no one should keep me from doing what I need to be doing, whether it's a job, whether it's doing something I feel led to and called to. I feel like in a time, and a lot of it has to do, I believe, with reincarnation. Some people don't understand what reincarnation, each of us have different lives. Some of us have been put on here for this time alone, but we've experienced many lives as a whole, as a collective. And when we were born, we were given a soul contract, and I've been looking more into that because all of us don't know our calling, but some of us do. Some of us who have woken up to the illusion of the matrix and the world and how it is and how it functions and how messed up society is. And I just feel like we really need to focus on what is our purpose. And some of us, when we were reincarnated into this lifetime, we forgot who we were. And I think it's a very crucial time to get into your power of who you are. And don't let anybody stop you, not even your loved ones, It's so easy to want to please everybody, but you have to do what's right for you, even if it means you walk alone at it. And I've discovered that more and more is it's not time to pass the blame. It's not time to look at the other person and say there's something wrong with them. No, it's time to take life seriously. When I was in high school, I experienced where I didn't have like a weird moment, but I knew 2020, something big is going to happen. And the more I look into it and I read up on it and I hear people talk about 2020, we could possibly have an economic collapse. I don't mean it's a bad thing, it could possibly be a good thing, but we need to act now. We need to start saving now and prepare for the future. Now, I don't mean to bash anyone's belief on what the end time looks like and all that, but me personally, I'm just going to share what I think. I feel like we are already approaching a new world system, a new world order. People hear about it for so many years. I grew up hearing about it, but we are entering a new world. Sometimes I personally wake up and I'm like, I feel like I'm in a different world. I feel like I'm in a different situation. And like I told you, and I'll try to close with this, I told you my grandfather spoke to me that one day last 2 weeks ago, and I went out, as he said, trying to look for a job. And before I went out, I had a dream about a possum that my boyfriend wanted to keep, and I wanted it to get out. And then the very next day, I come across a dead possum. And it kind of freaked me out because I'm like, I just had a dream about a possum. And I went into the gas station to check on the manager, see if they're there so I can talk to them. And basically what ended up happening, there was a music playing. It sounded like a song that my grandpa, it reminded me of my grandpa. And so I just looked into that, and like he was leading me to that job. Because when we walked back home, I saw the possum again. I just wanted to pay my respect at the possum for dying because his guts were laying out. And his finger was pointed toward the gas station in that opposite direction I was going to. And I'm like, I was about to cry because I feel like, honestly, just a week or two that my grandpa spoke to me, he was leading me to get a job. So people can say what they want and what they believe. I'm not condemning anyone for thinking what they were thinking when I went into details with that, but I just feel like you need to listen to that soft inner voice. You need to listen to if someone is speaking to you. I'm not saying listen to the devil if he's telling you to do something. I'm just saying you need to listen and be peace in yourself and then tune in what is speaking to you. You know, there's everything speaking to you. Yeah, sometimes I have accusations speaking to me about how worthless I am. Don't listen to those voices. But if someone sounds familiar, like a family member or God himself speaking to you, you need to listen, because I feel like personally our guides, our spirit animals, passed on loved ones, and God himself, I think they're there, not just they're there dead, but they're there to guide us. And some people are very strong in what they believe, which is perfectly fine. I'm not trying to veer anybody from believing anything I know, but personally I feel like we need to be open to the fact and believing that what if our relative was trying to speak to us? Would we listen? And yes, you have to be careful what you're listening to, because it could be a manipulation. It could be veering you the wrong way, but in and itself, I don't think it's wrong. If you feel like your grandpa spoke to you, which I feel personally he did, because why is it right after I had him spoke to me and drawing and stuff, I did what he said, and I heard a song that reminded me of him. So I'm very Sure, it was my grandpa. It wasn't a demon. It wasn't demonic voice. And sometimes, yeah, people laugh or whatever, but that's personally my grandfather. And I just got ringing in my ear. So I think that's a good indication. You need to listen to your intuition. You need to listen to your inner voice. And something that we're not taught. We're not taught to listen to our intuition. I was never taught to. I was just taught follow the Bible, follow God, but also too you need to listen to that inner voice. And I feel like the inner voice in itself is God conscious, God telling you what you should do. Now there's a whole different scenario on what's working against you, but what's working for you, you should listen to. So I just wanted to share that experience, and maybe it could help someone. So I hope you have a great day. Namaste.